Business owners, you're about to spend $120,000 on someone else's hands while yours is sitting idle. What if I told you there's a parent in Portland making $47K every 6 months by selling something her clients don't even know they're buying? She never once mentioned artificial intelligence. She never used the word prompt in her vernacular. She didn't even describe herself as an AI consultant. I did a recent podcast episode that breaks down exactly how she built what I'm going to call the invisible B2B prompt agency model and why the most profitable prompt engineers never call themselves that. Here's what's happening right now. Most people are trying to monetize AI, and they're competing in this bloodbath of freelancers on Fiverr, on Upwork, undercutting each other at $50 per project. They're building GPT wrappers. They're creating AI tools. All of them are stuck in 2024 thinking. But the real money, you know, the kind that comes with retainers and not one-off projects, it exists in a completely different market. It exists where entrepreneurs have problems so persistent, so expensive, and so visible on their balance sheets that they're willing to pay 5 figures a month without even flinching. And here's where it gets interesting for you. I want you to picture yourself walking into a Fortune 500 boardroom. You don't say, I'm an AI consultant. You say, I specialize in custom workflow automation. Your client is a mid-market SaaS company, 80 employees. Their customer service team spends maybe 60 hours per week writing personalized email responses, and the team is burning out. The manager requested a new hire and has been denied twice. And here's what they won't tell you about enterprise budgets. You'll say, I'll build a system that uses retrieval augmented generation to understand your product documentation and generate first draft responses that your team can then review and send out in 30 seconds instead of 10 minutes. You'll cut response time by 80% and measurably improve your CSAT scores. You notice what happened? You described a prompt workflow without ever mentioning prompts. The second layer is in the retainers. After you build the initial workflow, you're going to become their workflow optimization specialist. This could be $2,500 a month to $5,000 a month to continuously improve their system. One client on a $3,000 a month retainer is $36,000 a year of monthly recurring revenue. 3 clients, well, now you're hitting 6 figures. But here's the catch that's going to change everything. Enterprises, they're not going to find you on Twitter. They'll only find you when you appear institutional. LinkedIn presence, industry associations, boutique consulting firm type website, SOC2 compliance. This requires a bit of front-loading work that doesn't immediately pay off. Most side hustlers, they're going to skip this entirely because, well, they want the money right now. But the invisible model requires a little bit of patience and a little bit of strategy. And here's the genuine shareable mechanism. Enterprises have workflow optimization budgets separate from hiring and software budgets, and this bucket is almost always underspent. Once you show them quantifiable hour reductions on specific processes, that's when they'll start to spend more aggressively. At this point, you're not competing with other AI consultants out there. You're competing with hiring yet another employee. And hiring tends to lose because of time to productivity analysis, benefit costs, and salary commitments that come with those new hires. And here's the most uncomfortable truth that no one seems to want to talk about. You're building systems that will eventually eliminate some jobs. Not immediately and not obviously, but let's be honest, over time, efficiency improvements mean fewer people doing the work. The enterprise rationalizes this as, we'll redeploy to higher value work. Sometimes they do, which is awesome, and sometimes they just reduce the headcount. You can build this business. The economics work. The market is real. Just don't pretend that it comes without a cost. The invisible business isn't invisible because of the technology. It's kind of invisible because we choose not to see it. If clients hate buzzwords, this model could explain why. I did a full episode on this. Get the full strategy breakdown, including the exact language frameworks, the positioning templates, and a step-by-step implementation guide in the complete episode. I'll drop the link down in the description. While everyone else fights over scraps in the AI consultant space, you could be out there building something enterprises actually want. Results they can measure, problems they can solve, and efficiency that they can bank on.